Hi, today I thought I'd jump on here and share an experience I had yesterday. But the first thing I wanted to show you was my dog. A lot of people have asked to see a close-up look because she's usually walking around because she sits under this chair while I video. This is Ginger. She went to the groomers yesterday. She lost about 10 pounds worth of hair. We always shave her for the summer. She's a Yorkie, but she's big, like 13 pounds. So she's a giant Yorkie. And that's Ginger. So for the people that have asked, that's her. Okay, yesterday my husband and I needed to get out of the house and take her to the groomer. And Ginger, take her to the groomer. And then we didn't know what we were going to do. So we dropped her off, and my husband said, where are we going to go now? And I said, let's go down the coast, okay? So we drive over to the coast road, and we're driving along Florida, the west coast. White sand, beautiful water. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty here, I can't even tell you. So we're driving along the coast road, you know, from island to island or key or whatever they call those things. And it's just unbelievable. Every time we got on a bridge, the water was just like, it was like the Wizard of Oz. It was just like emerald green and light pale green and pale not baby blue. I don't even know. It was just gorgeous. So we're in the best mood. It's just beautiful. The sun is shining. The palm trees are swaying. You get the message. So we're driving along and we're saying to ourselves, I can't believe we live here. This is just so pretty. And we drove about an hour or so, and my husband said, where are we going? I said, I don't know. We're just heading south. We'll go to Miami now. And so I said, let's go to St. Armand Circle, which is this really cool tourist area in Sarasota, and get some coconut shrimp, which we love, and then we'll head home. It's about 1 o'clock. We have our shrimp. It's just a beautiful day and lovely shrimp. And we get in the truck and we're going back, but we're going to go home on the freeway because it takes too long to go the other way. And we're almost to the freeway. We're driving, you know, through the town to the freeway, which takes like 15 minutes from the water. And my husband says to me, oh, look, there's the cancer center that we had been going to last spring. It's been about a year since we started going there. And we look over at it, and I notice it, and we made a comment about how crowded it looked. I didn't think anything of it at all. And just for an update, my husband did just get his second update on his cancer that it's still gone, doing great, okay? But this was a long haul, and this particular place was the second place we went for treatment, and this place we went for like 4 months every day. So we passed by the place, and I don't think anything of it. He's cured in my mind, so we're fine, right? So about 2 minutes later, we're getting on the freeway, and all of a sudden, my whole body just starts like, it felt like it was just shutting down. It was just going nowhere fast. It felt like the flu, suddenly, like, boom, you've got the flu. My stomach, my heart, everything just felt awful. And I thought, what is wrong? What is wrong with me? I'm getting sick? I was fine 5 minutes ago. So I lay my chair back in the car, and I'm just I'm sitting there, and my husband goes, what's wrong with you? And I said, I don't know. I think that coconut shrimp was bad, and I've got food poisoning. And he's like, oh my gosh, because now he's thinking, oh, he's going to get it too, because we shared the same platter of shrimp. So we're driving along, and I'm getting sicker and sicker and sicker. Finally, it takes about 45 minutes to get home. And he drops me off. I don't even go with him to get the dog because I was so sick. I crawl into bed. It's about 2:30. I get in bed. I'm dying. I don't know what is wrong with me. Then all of a sudden, my head starts hurting. I mean, an out-of-body headache. It was so bad. And it wasn't till about 30 minutes into the headache I thought, oh my gosh, this is a migraine. I'm having a migraine headache. Well, right before that, I thought, I felt like I was just going to start crying and never ever stop, or I was going to fall into a deep sleep. It was just the weirdest thing, and neither one of those things happened, but it was just weird, okay? Well, when I realized it was a migraine, because I have a memory of them because I've only had a couple migraines before, and they were 2 years ago in a very short span of time. And we thought I was having a stroke. I couldn't see well. I mean, weird experience, right? Well, they checked me. I was fine. And the man, the neurologist said, I think you're having a non-something migraine, non-aura, I don't know. And my mom said, I think it was stress. And I said, what stress? I don't have any stress. Well, then it's 2 years ago. And she starts naming off like 7 or 8 things that were going on that were all pretty big at the same time in my life. And I went, oh, I guess I am under a little bit of stress. So when this migraine happened yesterday, first time in 2 years, I thought, why am I stressed? Okay, my husband's unemployed right now. He's between jobs. That's pretty stressful, but it could be worse. So I can't imagine that's it. The cancer is gone. So why would that cause me stress? Blah, blah, blah. And I realized, this all started when I looked over and saw that cancer center, and I started thinking back about the experience. And at the time that we were going through this, at the time, for years, I was very calm, very much at peace. I was full of faith. Nothing could shake me. I wasn't hiding anything. People thought I was hiding it. I was going to fall apart. I was trying not to hide it. I was willing to fall apart if I needed to, but I wasn't. So, this went on and on and on. But yesterday, it was like I had an aha moment when I was back at home, lying in bed. I started thinking about what had happened the past few years and now this big deal of unemployment. And I say the same thing every time something happens. It could be worse. It could be worse. Because my husband could have looked sick. He could have been real violently ill, like a lot of people get with cancer. He could have had to go through chemo. Blah, 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 on and on. I'm saying how it could have been so much worse. And it's true. Could have been worse. With this unemployment, all I keep saying is, it could be so much worse. It could be so much worse. There's so many people so much worse off than us. We should be thankful. We should be thankful. As if to not even really acknowledge either one of those things as being really crappy. And I started thinking about that during my aha moment, and I thought, just because there's people worse off doesn't discount what you're going through. Really. I believe in putting things in perspective. I really do. I believe in not burdening people constantly with your problems or with your feelings. But I think that I discounted everything as not a big deal just because there were other people going through worse cancer. There's other people going through worse unemployment. But I'm thinking that's not necessarily the way to go. I'm thinking you really do need to acknowledge to yourself at least that I don't like this. This is awful. This is horrible. I don't like this at all. This is hard. This is really hard. So I think that this time I'm going to keep things in perspective, but I'm also going to acknowledge, at least to myself and to my husband or whoever, that this is really hard. And maybe that will de-stress the situation a little bit of just saying it. This is hard. This is hard. I don't like this. I hate this. I hate that this has happened to us in my life. I hate it that my husband had cancer. I hate it that I do think a lot about it coming back. Blah, blah, blah. So I guess I'm sharing this with you because there's always going to be people worse off. But you don't have to apologize all the time that your situation is not worse. I mean, I used to write emails to a particular friend that was really going through something worse. And every single email I would say, I know this doesn't compare to what you're going through. I know, I know, I know. And I felt like I couldn't even hardly say anything to her but you know what? She didn't care about that. She didn't care that what she was going through was so a million times worse. She was wanting to listen. She was wanting to talk to me about it, and she did. So I guess that's what I'm saying. Don't discount what you're going through just because other people are going through worse things or have a worse situation. Acknowledge what you're going through too, and maybe that will help you kind of de-stress and not go through that weird thing I went through yesterday. Now, maybe it's going to hit me again and again. I don't know. I wasn't planning it. I wasn't wallowing in anything except beautiful sunshine and gorgeous, nice weather and a fun day. But there's things lurking sometimes under the surface that you don't even realize. So acknowledge it, at least to yourself. Pray about it. And just get through day to day, and hopefully you won't have a horrible, like, weird stress reaction like I think is what happened to me yesterday. That's all I have to say. Thanks. Bye-bye. I hope this helps somebody.